Hi, I'm Tony Piroski, retired coach. Flashbacks usually involve a piece of memorabilia. Mine doesn't exist anymore, as you can see. It's gone. So, but it was quite a place, and a lot of good years and a lot of fond memories made there. I lived about 3 blocks from there. We used to cut through the alley ever since I was 5, 6 years old. First year we played here as a kid. There was no roof on the building, so it was wide open. They had just built the walls. I believe that was 59 or 60, don't quote me, but so that's where it started. And of course, back in those days, it seemed like everybody skated or played hockey, so that's where we grew up playing, right there at the Essex Arena. And if you weren't playing, you were watching somebody play. So we were basically at the arena every night. It wasn't too far from home, a little different world. So I'm very sad to see the old one gone, because there's so many memories made in there. I mean, with winning championships and just about winning championships, and the friendships, both as a kid growing up, being a player, and getting older and becoming a coach and coaching some great kids locally. For me, that's where all my memories were made and were from. I was fortunate enough, they hung on to me long enough that I coached the first year in the new building. But all those years coaching in that old building with what, I should say I was pretty lucky. I always had a pretty darn good team with a bunch of good kids that were, back in those days were fairly tough. And in that building, there was nowhere to hide. So we sort of, we got away with being pretty physical and working hard, and won a few championships. I ended up playing a little bit with the Spitfires here for a year and a half. Just prior to them in the OHL, so it was a Tier 2 Junior A. Played for a wonderful coach in Chatham named George Aiken. Jerry Service I played for here. Went on to kick around the minor leagues for a while, but everything was built here. Kicked around the minor leagues, mainly in Toledo. Played with a whole bunch of guys with and against that were in the movie Slapshot. My claim to fame in the minor leagues is I lived 2 years with Mike Ruzioni, who, as you probably know, was the captain of the U.S. Olympic gold medal hockey team, the Miracle team. Thought we were pretty close. He come out with a book about 2 months ago. Sent me a copy. My name's in there 5 times, and it's spelled wrong every time. So we had a few laughs about that. So, but no, I lived with Mike, and he was a car, and I was so happy for him. What he did accomplish there was great. But again, all that kind of stuff started here in this arena. I got a chance to go and play in the minor leagues and meet people like the Aruzionis, like one of the Hanson brothers, and I could go on, and a lot of the guys made it to the NHL. I didn't, as my buddies will tell me. If you could have got hit by a few more pucks, maybe we wouldn't have it so tough today. But everything was built here, and I think of the arena, and I think of, being a little kid and seeing Frankie Mathis, just helping in any way he could, laying bricks here when it was being built, and being a goal judge at every game, no matter if I was 7 years old or 8 years old. And the next thing you know, I'm in my, what would I be, I guess late 40s coaching, and he's still there running the door for me. When I was the 9 years I spent here, he was right alongside me. So, those are memories that, I'll never forget. I ended up playing in the minor leagues in the States, and ended up coaching. I was assistant coach for 3.5 years, and I was a head coach the following season. And then, long story for another time. I think I sort of got the shaft there. Was sort of fed up, moved back to Canada, got in the horse business. Watched my son play hockey for a couple of years, or I should say I coached him for a couple of years when he was younger. And then when he got a little older, I was watching him play for the 73s for a couple of years. And then, a couple of times they had asked if I'd be interested in coaching, and I'd done it my whole life, so I was sort of taking a break and trying to help my wife raise the kids. If you ask her, she probably would disagree with that, but I always tell her we did it equally, right down the middle, 80-20, right? So I said, what, I'll do it for 1 year when I got here in Essex, and we ended up winning an All-Ontario championship, which was the first one in, something like that years. 9 years, we won 7 league championships. We went to the Smoltz Cup final 6 times, and we won 3 All-Ontario championships, lost 1. And growing up in a small town and having a complex like we had, it was great. A lot of friendships and all kinds of memories. Winning and losing, it's important at the time, and I coach to win, and I coach hard. But the bottom line is I care for those kids, the players. It's an honor that, they still remember an old guy that spent some time in the dressing room and on the ice, coaching. So in that way, those are the memories that stick.
Thanks for watching this Power Play Sports Flashback. Stay connected to your sports community. PowerPlaySportsVideo.com